This is Man United's team for next year projected, with Šeško being, close to being finished. So, I don't understand why Man United's only 3 signings have to do with the front 3. Because we all know the biggest problem with Man United last season. And he's been a joke constantly year after year. Spent a ton of money on him, but it's time to give it up. Onana, man, has to go. And with this market opportunity of Gianluigi Donnarumma being, heading towards an exit at PSG, having clubs like Galatasaray, Saudi Arabian clubs, as well as Man City and Chelsea in the mix, Man United should cancel the Šeško deal and go all in on Gianluigi Donnarumma. Going from Onana to Donnarumma is the craziest glow up out here. Not even surgeons in Sinaloa are going to be able to give you the BBL that Donnarumma is about to do. This is absolutely outrageous if Man United don't go all in on this lad. He's only 26 years old, the best goalkeeper in the world, won the Euros. He's won the Champions League. He just came off a treble-winning year. This man, literally, when you watch him play, is quite literally the best goalkeeper in the world. I'll say it again. And it's not even a question. And he's only 26 years old. You're going to sign him and have him for the next 10 years. But for some reason, they're so stuck on Šeško. They're so stuck on Cunha and Mbeumo coming from Brentford and Wolves. And they don't want to get the goalkeeper who just won the Champions League, who's undeniably had the best season out of all goalkeepers. Instead, they want to stay with this man. Onana, 101 appearances, 148 goals conceded, lads, and 24 clean sheets. And then this lad made the math right here, and that means in 148 goals in 77 matches. That is trash. That is trash. You'll get better production from the academy goalkeeper than Andre Onana, who was close to 50 million. This is absolutely a ideal market situation for Man United. And honestly, think to yourself, would you rather have Donnarumma signed and have Højlund starting at striker, or Xerxes, or possibly put Cunha striker and put Bruno Fernandes in one of the positions a little bit higher, and then Menu comes in with Ugarte? You have a lot more options. But I believe that it is a priority to get rid of Andre Onana. He should not have any place in Man United again. He's been quite literally a joke. And to have him available, Man City just bought Trafford. I don't think Galatasaray is a serious contender to sign him. Saudi Arabian clubs will have the money, but does he really want to leave Europe already at 26? And then Chelsea have made enough signings this offseason. They're in for Xavi Simons. They just signed Hato. You've got, they just signed Joao Pedro, Delap, Gittins. How much more signings can they really do? And honestly, Man United, in motivation is, if Chelsea's signing all these players, and now they're in for Donnarumma, you really want to play Donnarumma twice a season? Might as well have him in your own goal. Doesn't matter what the fee is. Doesn't matter if they tax you. This lad is actually phenomenal at goalkeeping. Man United, conceded almost double in the league than PSG. And that has to do with Donnarumma being in goal compared to this guy. It's absolutely going from a Accord 1995 to a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. It's a quite simple upgrade. Why are you worrying about changing the exhaust on a Accord that can barely turn on, when in reality you can go out and get a completely new card, which would be Gianluigi Donnarumma instead of Onana? This is a no-brainer, because honest to God, I would rather have Højlund starting striker and have Donnarumma in goal than have Onana in goal with Šeško starting striker. Because yes, you're going to score maybe 10 more goals this season with Šeško striker, but you're going to be conceding the same amount or even worse. You're going to have Tottenham's, goal difference. 65 goals conceded, 64 goals scored. 17th place. Do you want to be in that situation? Because Onana is genuinely a championship goalkeeper. Instead, you could have the guy who literally was a huge reason on PSG winning the Champions League in goal, man. He really saved them multiple times. Check the tape. It's a no-brainer there. Go all in on him. But instead, Man United are stuck on having this as their lineup for next season and stuck on Šeško, man. I would prefer having Højlund, like I said. Or you could put Cunha striker, Bruno Fernandes here, and then Menu comes in. It's simple math here. But anyways, Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Would you rather, like I said, have Šeško and Onana or Højlund and Donnarumma? Let me know in the comments down below.